Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 2009 Maserati Granturismo. Currently has about 23,000 miles. If you're watching this video, you're probably watching it because you're thinking about purchasing one. And I'm going to talk about my personal experience with this car. I've had it for about a year. And in the year that I've had it, just so you know, I bought this one from a Maserati dealership. So far I spent about $2,300 driving it for a year and about 2,500 miles, give or take. So what went wrong with the car was it was driving perfectly fine. One day while going up a hill, I busted, I didn't bust, the car busted a hose. Started leaking coolant. So I had it towed to my local Maserati dealership. And there was told after a day or two of looking at it that it needed a thermostat, a couple of hoses, and I forgot what other piece of equipment the car needed. But total bill was about $1,800 at that time. The next thing that went out was a battery. The car sometimes wouldn't start, so replaced the battery. Turned out to be a bad battery, had it tested. And that was it, guys. Pretty much drove it 2,500 miles, drove it for about a year. Now the front tires need to be replaced. You can see a little cracking right there. Probably from just sitting outside. But other than that, brakes are fine. They do squeak a little bit. I was told by Maserati that that's normal on these cars. Everything else inside is intact. One thing that I am not too happy with is the leather dash on the car. I'm going to show you here. Started to peel a little bit right there, as you can see there. Not sure if you can see from here, but there's a little bubble right here in that area. Started to bubble up right there too. That you guys could see. And peeling a little bit from back here, a little bit more from there, you guys can see there on the side. So that's pretty much what to expect when buying a Maserati Granturismo. Give or take, I spent about 2,300 to 2,500 bucks. Didn't even get a chance to do an oil change on it yet. It is due for an oil change now. And that's approximately about a year later, driving at 2,500 miles. Oil change in a car like this runs about 400 to 500 bucks, depending on the area where you reside. Would I recommend this car? Absolutely, I would recommend it to everybody that's trying to get into the exotic world, a sports car on a budget. Obviously, this car currently going for right around $35,000 to $45,000. This was a pretty clean piece. Not going to tell you guys what I paid for this one. I did pay a premium because it's white and it did come from Beverly Hills. So yes, I would definitely recommend this car to anybody looking to buy a car with this type of performance at this price point. Definitely get a lot of comments, positive, from people everywhere I go. Gas stations, restaurants, wherever you go, nightclub, you're gonna get compliments on the car. It does look pretty fancy. Brand new, this car right now goes for about $1.50 to $1.80, $1.90, depending on the equipment. This one's a pretty basic model here, so I would say about 142,000-ish. For a brand new one, 20,000 miles, you can save over $100,000 on this car. So it's definitely a great value. Not very expensive to maintain. So if you're thinking about buying one, guys, go for it. That's all I can say. Go for it. Highly recommended. Can't go wrong with the Granturismo, guys.